Free Rugby Games.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Autistic Prostitution Podcast. This week we have a special deal on for virgins. We guarantee to make sure that your first time is special. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll give you your crayons back.
I'm Rain Man.
I'm just some autistic kid.
Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We never thought this
Threw
through.
you a curveball there, didn't I?
I think I should start because obviously there's some really shitty news this past week. I think we all know what I'm talking about.
That your
The curse of EA.
Yeah,
Have you heard the theories?
yeah.
Because EA stuck Ronda Rousey on the cover of the new UFC game, she lost.
right.
Every time they stick somebody on the cover of one of the
Something
games,
bad happens.
something bad happens.
Oh yeah, Wayne Rooney and the granny incident. But that's not necessarily bad. That's
No,
just
that was
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah, that was just funny. Get in. Oh my god.
On a side note, did anybody see that?
Yeah, I was
Rousey got
surprised.
knocked off.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
I'm not, everyone's like, oh, get in, ha, 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 you fucking loser. And it's like, she's still like, what? How many fights has she had? Like, she's still like, I don't know, 15-1, do you know what I mean? That's still
that was
like,
the longest fight she's ever
yeah,
had.
it's still a record that fucking blows most other people's away.
To be honest as well, I actually really rate her as a fighter.
Yeah, I do.
And I think she's a decent person. She always comes across as a decent person. And like people always want to see people at the top fall.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to see her fall. Like in terms of like men and women together, she's probably the highest achieving UFC fighter of all time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And she's like, what, 24?
But she deserves
Yeah.
it because she trains hard, she fights well, she shakes hands with opponents who are respectful, she stands her ground with the ones who aren't.
She never.
No, she didn't touch gloves, but like, she won't touch gloves.
That Holly Holm give her loads of
If
shit.
you talk
for
shit
it,
about
yeah.
her, or talk shit about her dad, she won't shake hands or touch gloves. If they're respectful, decent opponents, she'll touch gloves, shake hands, and then she'll touch gloves after.
I'd like to go on a few rounds with her, like. Not necessarily, not in the ring though.
Oh yes, in the
maybe in
ring,
the ring.
but not in the,
Yeah.
not in the.
You want Ronda Rousey to peg you?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting from
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Rhonda, if you're up for it, let us know.
Once you draw heels, anyway.
And next week, special edition, Hal gets pegged off Ronda Rousey.
And it's not like we don't have anything in common. We're both not the bantamweight champ anymore, so you know.
Nice. So what you been playing lately?
Fallout.
And Fallout.
Fallout and War Thunder.
With and
Alright, let's get this out of the way.
Is
Fallout 4.
mint.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Game of the year.
Good. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Let's move on.
Better than Dragon Age.
So I've got a question for you to open up with, right? We know how, generally speaking, we feel about backwards compatibility.
Honestly, really interesting. Moving on.
Wait, do you think, because like this generation backwards compatibility, like I know it's getting rolling on the Xbox One, but it hasn't really been a thing, has it?
No.
Up until now. Do you think that the lack of backwards compatibility there's some correlation with there being more remakes made?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And
there
do you
is.
think if backwards compatibility was more of a thing, it would obviously work the other way as well?
What you mean? There'd be less remakes.
Yeah.
Obviously. I mean that just makes sense.
Yeah.
You know. But I also think one of the reasons financially why they don't want backwards compatibility is because they know it's a big selling game. They know they're onto a sure thing. They
If they
remake,
do the
they
remake,
remake a
yeah.
game that they know is going to sell. It's guaranteed money in the bank. Why do they want backwards compatibility when they can rinse the same game for money?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's that side of it. Like that I'm aware of. I'm not opposed to backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I know, you're just not that
My
asked
whole
about
thing
it.
is I'm
Yeah.
not bothered, but like I know that there are people who like to go and play. I mean I do to an extent, I will. But I just say not to the point where I'm bothered about it on my current gen.
Because I mean, I know correlation doesn't equal causation, but I just thought it was an interesting
There's
dynamic.
there's nothing stopping me plugging in my Xbox 360 and playing an old game if I want to.
Well, see, that's what I like at the minute about the backward compatibility. I can go to CX, pick up a really cheap Xbox game now, and play it on my Xbox One if I want. Not that I'm going to, but
You might though. There
Yeah.
might be something where you're like, you know what, I really want to.
There's always that part of the year, isn't there, where there's like a lull, where there's
Yeah.
no new titles coming
Not
out.
just that part of the year, that part of a like lifespan of a console. I remember on the PS3 where there must have been a good solid year where there was nothing I really wanted. So I used that time to like catch up on games that I hadn't played yet, or I went out and I was like, oh, that I missed that. I missed that window for that game, and I pick a game up for like £6, which I like. I do like.
So, if you had to pick one, which would you rather? More remakes or more backwards compatibility?
I think it's a bit of a straw man because I don't give a fuck about the remakes either.
Alright.
I
would saying that, you know,
yeah, I know.
Just for like
You're on the fence
conversation's
with that
sake.
Well, I'm on the fence in the regard that there are remakes that I will buy and I will play. If they didn't come out as remakes, though, I wouldn't feel like I was missing out.
Aye.
So it's kind of like it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
With that said, now that I think about it as I speak, yeah, I would probably, if I had to pick one of the two, I would have picked backwards compatibility
Yeah.
because then I can still play the games I want to play.
Yeah.
and I think,
But
The whole saying
I
which
stopped
one would
myself
you...
again. I stopped myself again because I think GTA 5 is so much better on this gen than it was the last gen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
like the game I got with the Xbox was Gears of War, the remake.
Yeah.
It looked fantastic.
Great game anyway,
It
though.
played fantastic.
To be honest, that looked fantastic even the first time round.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought it was the trilogy, but it wasn't. It was just the first game. And
I think there's a certain kind of cut-off point for where you look at things and you think they look shit anyway.
yeah,
Like, it was a few months ago now, but before Amy moved in with me, I'd go over hers and we'd often play like Oblivion and get like some food in and whatever. And the first time I played it, like again, I was like, fucking hell, this looks like awful. Do you know
Help
what I mean?
yourself, Michael.
But Gears of War on the Xbox still looks half decent today. Do you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know. I think this looks fucking shit.
Yeah, there are some games that are still really holding their own.
Yeah. So.
But when I remember, I mean, I love me PS4. I love this current gen. But I think, say, the jump from Xbox to Xbox 360 or PS2 to PS3 was massive.
Yeah.
But I think from PS3 to PS4 or 360 to Xbox One, it's noticeable, but it's not as big a jump as previous gens. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I might disagree with that one. I mean, if you look at just the difference between The Last of Us, between the two consoles.
Yeah, it's crisper and it's cleaner and it's nicer, but
and the new Tomb Raider game.
but graphically
on the
it's not
Xbox One.
huge, is it?
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? If you played that old one on a decent TV, good settings, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's noticeable. The frame rate's noticeable. All that, but it's noticeable. It's not like huge.
Yeah.
It's not like it was from like. if you-
No, yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
the jump
thing
from the
is,
two
though,
to the three. Yes,
was
I see what you
in
mean.
terms of tech was like it was like swapping your 300 quid PC for an 800 quid PC, whereas this gen's been like swapping your 300 quid PC for a 400 quid PC. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing with every console is, though, is over the course of its lifespan, like everyone learns how to like get more out of it.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
true.
first thing is they don't know how far they can push it.
Yeah, that's true.
So like in 4 years' time, some of the stuff we get will probably look like
Even
again,
better.
like not massively better, but like noticeably
Which
better.
leads me in on Rockstar's website, and it's a weird trailer, but we've just been watching a teaser for GTA 6. And it's really weird because it is new footage, and then but halfway through, it goes into the
It's
old
like
trailer for
cut- it's
GTA 5.
cut
It's like,
in,
what the
isn't it?
fuck?
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is going to be DLC or. But it's very confusing.
Have you heard the rumor about GTA 6?
What rumour?
That the map's going to be America.
I heard this on a forum. I read it on a forum. I think it's bullshit. There's always like rumours about the maps. I've heard it's going to be America. I've heard it's going to be New York. I've heard it's going to be set in London again. I just think you don't know. I don't think even Rockstar. I've read a review, an interview with the dev. This is going back about 4 or 5 months. So, and he said we don't even know where we're going to set it yet.
Because this is the thing, think about, like, I mean, size-wise, okay, if you consider GTA 5, that's Los Santos, isn't it?
Mhm.
Right? So, even if you were to make it like a full state, right, that'd be bigger than what GTA 5 is now. But America's like 56 states
Yeah.
or something, isn't it? So, like, the sheer size difference there seems, that alone makes it seem
Well,
implausible.
Los Santos isn't the size of a state, is it?
I know, but
It's like the size of a town.
this is my point. Like I'm saying, if they made it the size of of a state, that would be way bigger.
Yeah.
But for America, that's like all of America. Like the size difference is crazy. It's like going from a fucking back garden or a football field.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably ways to do it in terms of coding where, because there's no saying it has to store the whole map all in a one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how well could they do that? How well would it work? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to just wait and see. All I know is that if it's as good as GTA 5 or better, I'm going to get it. It's as simple as that. So then, Cooper, explain why you hate Bethesda so much, because for the listeners, they might not all know that you refuse to play Fallout 4 because you hate Bethesda. Now, we argue about this anyway, but it's nice to get more than one perspective, isn't it? Instead of everyone going, woo, Fallout 4.
I feel like they've killed every game that I've loved.
Like what?
Doom.
Because you like Rage. Doom, the last Doom was pretty good.
Wow, it was crap.
It was alright. There's a new one coming, you know.
I know. Wolfenstein, however
Awesome
you want to
games,
pronounce it.
again, awesome.
That last one that I borrowed off you,
Loved it.
I just had to make myself finish it. It was so awful.
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
What else?
I knew you would love that though, because it's just senseless. It's just mindless violence. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And Fallout.
It was like a Clint Eastwood film.
For me, the only good Fallout games are 1 and 2.
I thought 3 was good.
See, I don't
It
even
was
hold
good.
them in the same like.
No, they're different games.
Yeah, I don't hold them in the same thingy. It's the same mythos, but like
It's a different game.
yeah.
But I thought New Vegas was. I know that was
It's
Obsidian.
like
I know it was
comparing apples
Obsidian.
and oranges.
I know it was Obsidian. It was still Bethesda, but it was a different game house. But I thought New Vegas was like one of the best games I'd ever played. And this game, this is incredible. I've spent so much time just building my town.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like what you're saying about New Vegas, it was really really good, but that leads us on to one of the things that I picked out to talk about. Surprising and like absolutely no one. Fallout 4 tops the UK chart with the best launch week in series history. Shipped 12 million copies in its opening weekend, which is 213% more than New Vegas.
And since the release, Pornhub has a 10%
You want about
reduction
that, yeah.
in traffic.
Do you think that's because people are playing games and wanking less, or do you think it's also to do with how many people are watching the release? Because it was like sly footage leaked on Pornhub, wasn't it?
I think probably the former, just simply because like
Because you've had less wanks because you play Fallout.
yeah, anecdotally yeah, but the other thing is like the leaked footage. After a certain point, it wasn't leaked. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Once the trailers and stuff are out properly, it's
you
like
set your control up right, lads, and you've got your tab in front of you. You can have a wank and play Fallout. That's all I'm saying.
On that note,
Do it now. Listen.
more Fallout stuff. While we're still on the topic, I watched a video this morning. Do you know the shish kebab, the fire sword? Someone's made one in real life.
Really,
Really.
that's pretty awesome.
That's awesome, and it looks fucking like
the
it looks
right, yeah.
legit as well.
That's fucking mint.
Honestly, people with more time and money than sense. I'd love a shish
you know what
kebab.
we never followed up on? Wasn't there a kid who sent Bethesda like a fuck ton of bottle caps to try
Yeah.
and pay for his Fallout 4? Did
Yeah,
you
they
did
give
you
them
give
it,
one?
they give them it.
Get in.
They accepted it, and they also said that the office stunk of beer.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah, but good for him. It was a clever thing to do, I think. I just looked at actually in Fallout 1 and 2 were Bethesda, so technically I do like some Bethesda games. And there was that one called Rage. Was it Rage?
Yeah,
Yeah, I quite like that.
I thought Rage was awful.
I've got to give another shout out to Scuff Peter.
Yeah, he's a good egg.
Yeah, he's been more helpful because I was on designing myself. I've decided me designing my pro gamer pad. I'm going to go with Scuff. You don't get as much options in terms of colours, right? But they have this like patented D button that you click over your D button for fighting games. It's like a disc, which is perfect for when I own him on Street Fighter when that comes out. But
So in your dreams, then.
they've got the triggers as well, the extended triggers, which I wanted, and they're the best company. They've given us the discount too. But there was a few questions because I couldn't find the thing, the AMP to map your buttons. So the triggers were stuck on X and 0. So I emailed them and said, look, can you bind them permanently at L2 and R2? Or what's happening with this? And they answered this quite curt at first.
Yeah, they were very thingy. So while he was sat on the bus, he sent them an email saying, "What happened to the jovial fellow I spoke to before?" So he told him some jokes. Didn't we?
Yeah, I sent him a few daft puns and a few jokes, and he replied back, said him and everyone in the office loved it.
Yeah.
They were laughing their backs off.
And the boss loved it as well, didn't he?
yeah, so they like,
He's like, it's a long time since anything like this has happened. I love stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
but they were really cool, and he answered all my questions, and the AMP stuff, where is he?
AMR, I think.
It's the mapping function
Right.
anyway, is available as of today, so I'm going to put my order in for my pad on Wednesday.
Cool.
Right, he's a good egg, Scuff Peter.
But we thought we'd give Scuff Peter a shout out because he's a leg end, and he likes jokes.
Yeah.
He likes quality jokes.
So good guy, Peter from Scruff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
good guy,
just
Scuff
for
Peter.
the listeners, Peter Pan's had to quit his amateur boxing careers because his punches never land.
It's one of the ones we sent him.
That's awful. I'm
It's
surprised.
fucking
I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if he gives you that fucking discount still after that.
It's excellent,
It's
man.
awesome. I told him my favourite midget joke, but I tell that all the time.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of others, wasn't there? What were the
Yeah.
other ones?
I can't remember. I wouldn't care. They were mine as well. But I can't remember what the other one was.
But honestly, if anyone's thinking about getting a pro gamer pad, it's got to be Scuff.
Yeah.
Well, this leads us on to this that I found. Can you remember a while ago that Sony brought out the blue and the red joypads?
Yes. I like them. I like the blue one.
Yes. Well, they're having issues, but they started to smoke.
Really?
Yeah, the battery packs are pretty
Do they
much.
not know it's bad for the health?
I know.
Battery packs have just disintegrated. It's in a
I
torrent.
guess you're going to get your money back.
Yeah.
And what
Aye.
about damages for your burnt fingers?
So yeah, don't buy on the new blue or red controllers.
That's the kind of shit
Stick
that
with
set me
Scuff.
house
if
on
you
fire. that.
remember how I came about finding all that designer pad thing was because I was looking for the gunmetal pad
Yeah.
because I quite like the colour.
Was it Scuff where you can get the chrome ones?
Yeah, but they were out of stock.
Yeah, I know, but they look fucking mint.
Yeah.
I'd
But
just
their
get one
pads are just normal PS pads.
with
and
the
then
paddles.
they dip them,
Yeah.
they treat them, they colour them for you.
So how much do you love your PlayStation 4? On a scale of 1 being, not at all, and 10 being, ooh baby,
I'd say about an 8.
about
Yeah.
an 8?
Yeah, I'd go with it.
Well, there's a man in the news who loved PlayStation 4s. At number 10, at an ooh baby, he's been caught
Putting
Touching
stick in
What he
himself.
like, he loved his PS4.
In
Like the way only a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman should
I see
love.
what he did there. Good. Yes, he was standing in the middle of a store. I think it was an
Oh,
Asda.
I've seen it.
Hang on
And
now.
he was like he pulling the head off it when he was looking at the PS4s.
His trousers was round his ankles.
Aye,
So
got
it's
caught
not
on
just it's not
CCTV.
just his own PS4, it's any
I
PS4.
think so.
Yeah. I don't even think it might have been necessarily just a PS4 because it looked like he was stood like next to a telly as well. So I'm assuming there's some sort of deal on, and it's been so captivating that he's just been like, I have to masturbate right now.
So basically, he's pulled the head off it to PS4 and Asda.
Yeah.
Or Tesco or somewhere like
That's
that.
good work. That's good work.
Fucking hell, PS4 pad and 2 games for 400 quid. Fucking right.
But on the CCTV, his face when he gets caught, it's like he's doing something really wrong. He's like, what? Oh, it's some fucking weird people. Out
That
there.
sounds amazing.
Do you want to watch it?
No.
Do you want to watch a man masturbate? No.
To a PlayStation.
Yeah, go on then, let's have a watch. Let's have a look at him.
So look, it's in the Daily Mirror.
Oh, well, it must be true. Is it on YouTube? I'll just find it on my tablet.
It's an art something. Oh, I've got to sit doing that advert. Nah, fuck that.
I'll see if I can
Oh, no,
find
there
it
you
on
go.
my
There you
tablet.
go.
Apparently it contains content. Oh, he's going for life.
Hell for leather.
Does that look like a Tesco or a
Is he
Sainsbury's?
wearing a red hat or is that behind him?
He's wearing a red hat.
It's that Josh Feuerstein guy who does all the creationist videos, I reckon it's him. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I hate to be that dude who had to come and shift him.
Imagine if you got like you're coming home like, whoa mate, that's well out of order, you need to leave. And he just finishes on you. I mean, imagine that. Like, how do you recover from that? Do you know what I mean? That's your day ruined. You can't just shake it off, you know what I mean?
Shake it off.
Like a man actually like discharged on me today.
That's awesome. What'd you do today at work, love?
Well, some bloke came on us. Excuse me? No, not like that. Well, kind of.
Some guy was chucking his fucking batter all over the showroom floor. Oh, God. I hope his mates, or anyone, well, he won't have mates, it's like that. Anyone who knows him, kick fuck out of him, mind.
I've got some good news and some bad news.
What's the bad news first?
I need to tell you the good news first.
No, we want you to know the bad
Now,
news.
you can't give us good news, bad news, and then tell us which one we have to pick.
Right. Rainbow Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Looks amazing.
Yeah. Bad news. Season pass is pay to win.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So
Well, that was expected.
yeah, but it's like ridiculous. Like you get a permanent renown boost, so that's like your experience gain for like your unlocks and stuff. So you get all that shit quicker. You get 8 new operators before non-pass holders, so that's new classes, and you get extra missions and stuff, which you don't get if you don't have the season pass.
That's insanely shit.
But the good news is which is kind of weird that it like completely flies in the face of that, is that like they're giving you, they're rolling out a year's worth of free DLC in terms of maps and extra modes and stuff.
As long as you've got the season pass.
No, like irrespective of the season pass.
Oh, right.
So they're giving you a year's worth of free DLC, which is then they're like, oh shit, season pass here. We'll give you all this pay to win shit, because that's the thing. They can't be like, hey, you have free maps and shit when they're giving them out anyway. So maybe it's all part of a cunning plan. Do you know what I mean? Shit you'd expect.
Oh, fuck Ubisoft, man.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I read that and I was like, a year's worth of free DLC for Rainbow Six. Fucking get in, sign us up. Oh wait, season pass, pay to win. Fuck that.
Thing is, right, if they're going to implement this in Rainbow Six, then remember the Ghost Recon one that I showed you the trailer of?
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you're
They're
right.
going to do it in that as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
And that game looks fucking phenomenal.
So shit.
I think we need to write Ubisoft a sternly worded
Yeah.
letter.
I'll do it now. Dear Ubisoft, suck my hairy balls.
Excellent.
Love.
Regards,
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
Just regards though. That lets them know you're massively pissed off. If you're English anyway, otherwise you'd put kind regards.
Yeah, you're right.
So Star Wars Battlefront, I briefly talked to you last night about this, but
I'm going to get it, just not yet.
Yeah, more or the same. I can't afford it. If I could, I'd get it. But
like I said, I got like 10 hours of the game for free with that EA access on the Xbox, and my opinion of the game was, yeah, it was alright, but I'm not going to buy it. But now it's changed to, yeah, it's fucking amazing, of course I'm going to buy it. It's so much fun.
that's the thing. I had a lot of fun on the beta, and that the beta didn't contain any of the shit that I was really excited about anyway, like the dogfights. So yeah,
It's just, from what I see, it's a shame there's not much choice in spacecrafts to fly
Yeah.
in the dogfights, but
I've read that the Hoth level's been rebalanced as well, so it's easier for the rebels.
yeah.
Because apparently, like before, it was just they got
Virtually
stomped.
impossible,
Aye.
Yeah. I had to go on the Endor level.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Is it good? Do you get a slaughter Ewoks?
I shot an Ewok.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if it died or not, but I shot one. They keep running away from you and hiding in the little houses.
Can you shoot them with rocket launchers?
Can you throw a thermal detonator at the house?
You can, but I don't think it's going to get in the door.
That's gay.
Should be a kill Ewoks.
But that whole level was just amazing, like the detail of
Should
it.
be a bonus round where you're a stormtrooper and you've got to kill as many Ewoks as you can in 2 minutes.
There was something similar to that on Force Awakens. In the first level, you play
Yeah.
Darth Vader and you go and just slay Wookiees on Kashyyyk.
Should do it with Ewoks, that'd be so much more satisfying.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I think it should be a bonus level where you screw up Jar Jar Binks.
Apparently, to coincide with the release of Battlefront, the remastering Super Star Wars off the SNES and putting it on the PlayStation Store.
Ooh.
Yeah, which I haven't played it, but I'm assuming one of you to.
It's too
Yeah.
cool for you.
It's the same. If it's the one thing, it's the same one that was released on the Amiga.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That was.
But yeah, it's getting I say it's getting remastered. It's essentially the same game, but they're giving you like new save options and shit. Like, do you know when you emulate stuff and you can like quick save?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just options like that.
It's
But
better
yeah.
than you. It's much better than you. That
But
game.
yeah, pretty cool.
I'd be tempted by that.
I'll get it.
Oh, good news for you as well. I'm burning through all my stuff here, but I don't mind. You love a nice bit of Battlefield 4, don't you?
I do. I.
Yeah. Free holiday DLC coming.
Good in.
Yeah. Legacy Operations, maps from Battlefield 2
Oh yes.
for free. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not for Battlefield Hardline, I might add, but for Battlefield 4. So it seems even the developers have just fucking wrote Hardline off.
Yeah, because Highline shite.
Yeah. But yeah, happy,
Shite.
happy days for you. Free
Shite, right.
everyone likes free DLC.
Shite line. I think this is off the back of CD Projekt Red. I think people are like following suit.
Actually, I've got something about them. And this is going to be no surprise. Like,
It came out that they all love men.
it came out that CD Projekt Red have had a record high revenues of $300,000 in Q3 of 2015 with $100,000 net profits.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Happy days.
But it's no surprise. I mean, look at how good The
Good
Witcher
for
was.
them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
And that's the thing, I mean, is it Hearts of Stone that's out now?
Yeah.
There's another one in the pipeline though, isn't there? Like
Mhm.
Blood and Wine or something
Yeah.
like that.
Just to let you know, you two liked Dishonored, didn't you?
It was alright.
I
Dishonored 2 are you going to talk about?
like the concept, but I think it was honestly I think it was
It
boring.
wasn't that well executed. It was alright. I liked the story, but the game itself wasn't hugely engaging.
Yeah.
Well, you know the store game.
Yeah.
They've got a sale on at the minute, so you can get Dishonored, the definitive edition for the PS4 for £13.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I might pick that up.
The Wolfenstein Old Blood, $9.99, brand new. There's some pretty cool deals on at the minute, but obviously with everybody getting Fallout,
Yeah.
it's not going to be it's nothing really to take you away from there. And Borderlands have just re-released the Handsome Jack collection with a radio control claptrap again, but this time it's a gentleman claptrap, so he's dressed up in a suit and stuff,
Okay.
and you can control him with your phone.
That's awesome.
It's pretty good.
Very limited run on them though, and I think they're about £250.
I don't want one.
I did want one until I saw the price of them.
Yeah.
Handsome Jack. What a fucking character he is.
He's better than you.
He's one of the best baddies of all time.
I'd agree. Handsome Jack's awesome. So, whilst we're talking about Fallout 4, Bethesda's revealed that Xbox One users will be able to install mods for Fallout 4 with a streamlined one-click download.
It's not just Xbox One. Because I was reading this morning that they're already ready to be implemented on PC, but it'll be the same with consoles, and it didn't specify which one, so I assume they're coming to PS4 as well. But I assume it'll just be in the store or something, and you just download them.
Further
like you would a
discussing their plans to finally bring user mods to the Xbox One and PC with Fallout 4 and the PS4 as well. So I think it'd be pretty cool if we can finally get mods on a console.
What'll possibly happen is it'll go to the Xbox One first. With it being Microsoft powered, it'll be just easier to code, I would imagine.
So I'm like completely not averse to mods in terms of something like Fallout because it's single player. So it's completely up to me what I put on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I mean, personally, I wouldn't go so far. Like some of the Skyrim mods were fucking ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
Some of them were hilarious. So.
Yeah, I mean hilarious, but like
One of my favourite ones.
they would
I
ruin the game
subscribed
for
to the
us.
guy for a bit. There was a guy who made Chuck Norris
yeah,
in Skyrim video, and it was just this PC guy who was running around as Chuck Norris, and everybody he found he just braid. It was fucking hilarious. I mean, it doesn't sound funny when I explain it to you, but they were doing like voiceovers.
yeah. But that's like there's definitely mods I could like. I think you could put in that would give more longevity to the game, stuff like that. I'm well up for stuff for like I don't know.
Thomas the Tank Engine Dragons.
Yeah, shit like that. That's just it doesn't interest us. But this is the thing, like,
That was funny though.
yeah, it's funny, but it's not something I would
Have
do
you seen
on my
one of
copy.
one of the mods in Fallout 4 already is replaces the nukes from the gun. You know what I'm talking about? The gun that
yeah.
fires little nuke rockets, where it replaces them with babies. So you just fire babies out of this gun.
That's fucking brilliant.
I saw one guy's made a mod where he's replaced the texture for dog meat with his own dog.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind doing that with my dog. I wish you could change the name of dog meat.
yeah.
'Cause dog meat's a shit name.
Have you seen as well that apparently, like, Codsworth's got loads of like sound files and that for what he'll actually call you by, like,
Yeah.
by name. So like a lot of swear words and stuff, like fuckface, he'll call you that if that's what your character's called.
That's brilliant.
But there's a list of names that he'll refer to you as well. And surprise, surprise, Hal isn't on there, so he just refers to me as Sir. So fucked once again by me stupid name.
You have got a gay name, so.
Yeah. Why couldn't I have just been called Dave or something?
But
It could be worse. I'm assuming your dad named you after the Green Lantern.
No,
Of course,
no, he didn't.
Your name's Hal Jordan. Of course
yeah,
it
but
is.
that's not what it's off.
Well, yeah, it is.
It's just happy coincidence. He actually chose the name Hal based on a series of adventure books by Willard Price, where Hal was the protagonist. And I know that because I've read them. They're alright. When you're about 12.
So the
But-
Jordan part came in and he didn't know who the Green Lantern was at all.
Nah, the Jordan bit was my mum's choice.
Your mum's a Green Lantern fan then.
It's my bit.
Well
Like
then,
my
it could be worse. He could be Guy Gardner.
She likes my lantern. She likes my red lantern.
It's not much of a lantern, it's more of a tea light though, isn't it?
It's more of a. It's just a little acorn.
Fucking hell, man. So there's no point asking him if he's got any fucking news, because you know what he's
Yeah.
like.
Me,
Yeah.
I've already told you my GTA thing. That was it.
Wow.
Don't give a fuck. I mean, yeah, and War Thunder's awesome. That's it.
Right.
Have a rough ballpark estimate of how much Activision
7.
Activision made on the Black Ops 3 launch.
Oh God.
6.5 million.
I'd say about 13.
Bit higher than that.
13.
9.5 million.
Much higher than that.
16.5 million.
Much higher
1
than that.
billion.
42 million.
Right, he's nowhere near. Activision made 361 million on the launch weekend of Black Ops,
That is fucking insane.
which it beats out.
That's not even funny, that.
Yeah,
It's not.
like if you consider it's beat out the best-selling film, book, and music for that year combined.
Do you know what bothers me the most about that? It's shit.
Yeah,
It's shit. Oh, it just fucking grips my shit.
and another thing for perspective, right? 361 million is about the same amount that a country, like 8 small countries make in a year.
That is
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just.
David Crane is probably one of the world's most wealthiest men. Oh, he's not the CEO anymore, is he? Who's the new CEO of Activision?
Satan, I think.
Yeah. But how ridiculous is that? 361 million.
It's a fucking awful game, though. Can you remember when Call of Duty was about the storyline and the multiplayer was
I
tacked
was
on?
playing it.
Yeah, back in the day when it was a good game.
I was playing Black Ops 3 over the weekend. We stayed at Andy Wilde's and he bought it for his PS4. So when we went back after training, he just shot it on for a bit.
You just fucking owned it on your first round.
Yeah.
didn't you?
Like, I haven't played any shooter in ages. And, like, I went, like, I
To
was
be
on a
fa-
positive
to
on
be
my first
fair,
ever
though,
deathmatch.
You're a bit of a shooter player, aren't you?
I am, but that's what I mean. Like, I haven't. You usually take a while to get your eye back in. Do you know what I mean? Like with Battlefield, it probably take us a couple of days to get like back on form. But I haven't touched a shooter in like since the last time I was around here, and you had Battlefield on. So that was
Yeah.
months ago. Do you know
About
what I
2
mean?
months ago, that.
So I haven't touched a shooter since then, and I just went on and just kicked ass.
Apparently, what I've heard about the new Black Ops is if you play the single player campaign, and I think the hardest mode's called Veteran, but there's one above that now, and apparently you get one shot killed and it's like you don't know where the bullets are coming from. Somebody at work was explaining
See,
this
that
to us,
sounds alright.
and I said to him, "Oh, so it's like Battlefield."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
be like,
Battlefield hardcore mode, isn't it?
It's nothing like Battlefield. I say, well, that's
In the
Battlefield
regard-
2
yeah.
all over, isn't
In
it?
the regard that Battlefield's good.
Yeah. Ah, fuck Call of Duty. It sickens us that games like that do so well.
I think the bit like this is the thing though, right?
Thing is, though, there's not even any work goes into it after the last one, and it's just the same thing over and over again, and they're just sitting there rinsing the money.
The thing, what's the bigger problem though, right? Activision are just being businessmen. The problem is that people lap this shit up. That's where the problem
Year
is.
after year.
It's not the fact that like Call of Duty is bad.
This is where the PC elite, have definitely got like a fucking slam dunk when they're arguing with the console market when they're like, go and play on your Call of Duty.
Yeah, because it's like they don't need to put any extra effort in if people fucking just lap it up year after year. I used to call it the FIFA effect, but it's not just FIFA anymore. It's like
Assassin's Creed,
yeah,
Call of Duty.
anything that gets a year on year release.
The thing is with FIFA, from a gamer point of view, yeah, it's the same game over and over again. But from a football fan's point of view, I can see why they get each FIFA each year. I can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Because you get the updated team, you get the updated events.
But this is the thing. There's also a service on the new FIFAs now where I'm not sure if you have to pay extra for it, but you can get real time updates for your thing based on the form and stuff,
Yeah,
which is
free.
cool. Yeah, but that's been around for a couple of years, so that by itself kind of just defeats, at least in my eyes, the point of getting a new
Well, the
one.
past week all I've been playing is FIFA 15
Yeah.
because I got it for free on the Xbox with that EA access. I don't play it online, I just play the single player.
I also like the
I
manager
quite
modes on
enjoy
FIFA, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not something I would go out and buy. I'm only playing it because it was free. It's not like
Yeah.
I would actually buy it.
I had FIFA 14 for a bit on my PlayStation.
Yeah, I recall.
And I enjoyed it. It was alright for a few weeks. And I was like, nah.
It was
Yeah.
mostly the manager mode though that you were
Yeah,
interested
that's what I like. But I have this thing on FIFAs where what I do is I sack every single like proper player I have, and then I send me scouts out and they get like not even real players, like fictional players. They don't even have a photograph. They just grade out, and I set them to pick people who are like between 17 and 19 with 85 or above, so that I can get them into 90s. And then I just have this youth team, and about halfway through the career I do the same again, so they're not all knackers by the end of
Yeah.
it. And I get them all like 98, 99, and I play like that, and they're all on like $3,000 a week instead of 65 and 140. You know what I mean? I do that, and I get like a lot of satisfaction because it feels like I'm really managing a team, and I'm doing in fantasy what I'd like to do in real life, which is get a football team, sack all these fucking egomaniac prima donnas, and give fucking poverty-stricken talented kids around the world a fucking try.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But still just keep them in poverty by only paying them £3,000 a week.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of football wages, I suppose
gonna
£3,000 a week's
Oh,
not exactly
imagine
poverty,
trying
but,
to cope on only $3,000 a week, Michael. Eh?
Oh God, if only.
Hey,
But
what I mean,
if you're used to £65,000 a week though, then
12 grand a month, yeah, I wouldn't have a fucking 2 pennies to rub together. Fuck off.
Yeah, but if they wanted to hang about with real footballers, then they wouldn't.
Well, they
They'd
don't.
be like, "Do you want to come out and spend like £10 grand
I
on
keep
fucking
them grounded and I keep
coke
them
and horse?" I
separate.
can't. That's a full week's wages. I won't be able to eat.
I keep them grounded and I keep them separate from real footballers because I don't want them to go out and like rape someone. Is there a rape mode on FIFA yet? There should be a bonus round, shouldn't there? Do you know
Well,
what I
like a
mean?
Bill Cosby moment
Yeah,
where
like
you root for teenagers.
no, you don't root for footballers. They just like they just fucking get them pissed and gang rape them in hotel rooms, don't they? It should be like you should get a morale boost if you like. Too much, too far.
Just right.
Thanks.
So, Hal, you've played Binding of Isaac, haven't you?
Yeah, the new thingy's out, but not on console.
Have you
refer
read
that
what
as
they've
the,
done?
The binding of hipsters. What?
They've done a real life treasure hunt in the DLC.
Have they?
Yeah. So, some fuckers, you know how the PC Master Race like the data mine everything.
Yeah.
So they found all these secrets and shit like that in the game, and the guys who made the game were a bit pissed off about it. So what they've done is they've set like a puzzle,
Yeah.
and you got to use Twitter, Facebook, what else? I think there's other shit like text message with your phone, and they give you coordinates, and you've got to go somewhere and get some shit. And then once somebody finally unlocks
That
the
sounds
secret,
so tedious.
they patch the game, and when the game's patched, you get this extra shit where people who are data miner can't find out what the fucking secret is.
I suppose actually that's like a better way of doing it, because when
Sounds
When
very
it-
tedious to me.
before the expansion, there was like another character that you could unlock only by through this like if you didn't know otherwise, like a really abstract sort of series of like unlock conditions,
Yes.
and but people like discovered it straight away because the PC guys just data mined it straight away. So I suppose if you were going to have like some secret like fucking cool like treasure hunt style shit, then that would be a better way of doing it than just like having it spoiled straight away. It'd be like having an Easter egg hunt for the kids, and then like your uncle coming in going, they're under the couch, and you're being like, oh well, thanks. do you know what I mean?
Your uncle sounds really sinister.
They're under the couch.
It's under the flap of me coat. Lift it up and have a look. Have a look. Oh, I know. You have to play with that for a bit, and you'll get your surprise.
There's a couple of eggs in there.
That's right. You massage it.
Shows your PS4, Hal.
Go on. Whoa.
Did your uncle get kicked out of Sainsbury's for another PlayStations?
No.
No, it was back in the day. It was over SNES's.
He's just moved on a bit now. And from Hal's creepy uncle, anybody got anything else? Because this is going to be a short fucking...
It's been a pretty slow week,
It
really.
has.
Like I struggled to find that.
I didn't care.
You don't though, do you?
No.
You're just like, I'm here because it's my house.
I'm
Otherwise, I'd be in the bath or something.
I'm the good-looking one. I like to think of myself as the face for podcasting.
Alright. Also so humble as well, I don't know how you do it.
That's it. Yeah.
Have you seen anything on the new Tomb Raider game?
Yeah. I've seen trailers of it. And I've seen
I haven't
gameplay
watched
footage
any of it because I'm like, honestly, couldn't give a fuck.
Me neither.
I'd buy it, but it's like,
I'm
I don't own an Xbox One and I can't afford to buy one, right? At the moment. So, as far as I'm concerned, like, any interest I might have for the game, it can wait a year because I'll have to. And past that point, aside from the fact that I enjoyed the first reboot, like I was saying to you yesterday, though, it was a bit short and the collect shit
Yeah.
didn't really like, it didn't feel like it had any impact on the game. It was just like, it was just added on.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, don't go and do this shit, keep yourself entertained. But it didn't have any real bearing on the main game. And like, I assume it's probably going to be more of the same in that regard, which isn't bad. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I quite enjoyed it, but I have to wait a year, and then there's 300 game-changing, which aren't game-changing at all, microtransactions, and basically fuck microtransactions.
Yeah.
Well,
So, fuck Tomb Raider.
I just refuse to support timed releases. I think it's the most petty, fucking juvenile thing that the games industry's done for a while. I think it's fucking pathetic.
This is
and
the
I
thing,
think
a
if-
year is ridiculous. Normally, I mean, it's been around for a while, but it's usually like 2 weeks, isn't it?
That I can live with.
Yeah.
Like Dragon Age was
That I can live with. That I
But a
can live
year
with.
is ridiculous.
It's just fuck you. It's like if you want to fucking piss off half of your fucking market, then so be it. Because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying a year-old game new on release.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
What I don't understand is, right, they're going to lose so much money because not only have they released it at the same time as fucking Fallout 4,
Which is stupid.
totally, but they've released it on one console instead of both.
I like how Microsoft's crack was we totally reckon that Rise of the Tomb Raider will stand up against Fallout 4 in terms of sales.
How?
And we were like, ha, no. And then I was this is the thing. When I said like Fallout 4 topped the UK charts for like sales over the launch weekend, have a guess where Rise of the Tomb Raider is on that list?
10.
5.
Oh, why?
So it's not even anywhere close to fucking Fallout.
No.
But again,
Or 3 other titles.
yeah, nothing that we didn't already expect.
Idiots, man.
But if with the whole microtransaction thing, I was like, well, you know what, fuck Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
But the more I see of it and the more reviews I'm reading, I'm thinking,
That's
really
besides
want
that's
to.
besides the point for me. It could be the most all singing, all dancing. Look at what I did. Well, you know how stubborn I am. Guess how far through Mass Effect 3 I am.
Out of interest,
Hang on, now guess how far I am.
you
None.
finished it
I've never played it.
none.
And you know why I've never played it?
Because you refused to.
because you're a stroppy bitch.
Because of fucking first day DLC that was integral to the game. Right, so, fuck you. First day DLC, that's integral to the game, fuck off. Time release, fuck off.
Yeah.
The only way
I haven't played Mass Effect 3.
The only way gamers can influence the market is with your wallet. That's it. So I'm kind of hoping, possibly stubbornly and against the odds, that there's enough people who think like me who'll stamp the feet enough for it to stop happening, because it's fucking bullshit. Like I say, 2 weeks, I get that. That's like a little nod to whatever platform, maybe Xbox or Sony,
Yeah.
bung them some money. 2 weeks is nothing for them to get a bit more money and then plough it into the development of another game. I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
But like a year, even 6 months, even
Like
3
literally
months.
no one, like hardly anyone's going to buy that on PS4.
No.
Because it's like you say, it's a year old at that point. Any interest people had for it would have been like, yeah.
The only good thing about it at that point is they're going to know if there's any, glitches, bugs, and they'll have it fixed. But
Okay.
I think if Fallout 4 was timed release, PS4 first, and then Xbox a year later, I still think you would have bought.
Yeah.
See? So you can stamp your feet like
Possibly.
a cry little...
Maybe I would. No, I
child.
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't actually. Nah, because Mass Effect was available for me. Didn't bother.
Yeah, but that was available on all consoles.
No, I
that
don't-
was the day one.
I don't know
DLC.
what-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is a slightly different argument.
I think you would have caved in within the first day
Maybe.
and went and bought it.
Maybe. I never said I was perfect. But I am.
And now that I've said it, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, okay, I'll stand my ground on any time release that isn't immediately in my favour.
I'm only human.
In other words, wah.
No, well, you see, I hate time releases. I fucking hate them with a passion. I might have genuinely not bought it. I'm quite happy to play War Thunder. I love War Thunder. I'm going to put some money
As
in
long
that.
as you're stoned off your tits.
I wonder if there's going to be any more free-to-play games of that quality. Do you know what I mean? Because there doesn't seem to be any more. I mean, there's Warframe and stuff like that, but they're blatantly after your money from the outset.
Yeah.
Whereas War Thunder, you get a lot of game for nothing before you have to put any money in. And I am going to put some money in that game. I kind of like those free-to-play where they give you such a chunk of game, you feel satisfied and that you've had a good game,
Yeah.
and then you want to keep going back to the game.
Well, that's how DLC should have worked.
Yeah.
That's how it used to work. Do you know what I mean? Where you're like, yeah, I'm totally up for buying this DLC because I enjoyed the main game so much and I want more of it. Not just like, here's half
Which
a fucking
brings us
pizza.
full
If you'd like
circle,
an
which we
extra
mention every
slice,
week,
then it's going to cost.
That was initially one of the reasons I fell in love with the Dragon Age franchise.
Yeah.
Because that fucking DLC The Awakening was just absolutely fucking blinding.
That's the thing. By all accounts, the Inquisition DLC is like not bad. It's like it's enjoyable enough. It's
Which
just
DLC, sorry?
short. It's all the Inquisition DLC.
Yeah,
I played the first one. I haven't played the second one yet.
I've played any Inquisition DLCs yet. I've got so much things to go back to, The Witcher,
Yeah.
Dragon Age, but I'm kind of not bothered because I know there's going to be a lull period in the console's life where I'm not asked about any of the new releases. I know it's going to happen.
Yeah, there's loads of shit I've been meaning to like go back to, but it's just been at least for the next month or so. It's been killed dead in the water by like fucking Fallout. It's like, why could I go back and like do whatever on Dragon Age? Like I was halfway through a solo Nightmare run, but it's just like I'd rather play Fallout at the minute.
I still think you're like nuts for not even trying the game, Michael.
There's no point. It'll be a Skyrim again, where I bought it and traded it in the next
The
day.
thing you hated about Skyrim though was mainly the loading screens, if I remember rightly, and you don't get any of that with it.
It was the loading screens, it was the graphics, it was the story.
Also,
I was
where
bored.
Skyrim falls down is, even though it was massive, there was
It
a
was
lot
quite
of like
empty,
big
yeah.
areas of emptiness, whereas so far in Fallout I haven't come across that problem.
Well, I haven't got the money to pick it up, so I'm not getting it. And there's so many other games I want as well. I want to get The Witcher 3 again.
Well,
but I'm
that's
gonna
it. I
wait for
mean,
the
if
Game of the Year edition.
there's things you like, the more interesting, then so be it. Because while I obviously openly think you're a bell end for not liking it, I'm also like, I don't understand why gamers always have this attitude where if I like it, you have to like it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Bethesda they're going to be like, oh no, if only we'd sold one more copy. Do you know what I mean?
We missed our key demographic of Michael Cooper.
Michael Cooper.
What are we going to do now? Fuck!
Yeah, so I'm kind of cool with it. Like, I love the game. I love the game, and I'm not bothered if people don't like it.
Here's a question. Do you know how on the Xbox One it shipped with a free copy of Fallout 3? Right? Would you have bought it if it had shipped with Fallout 1 and 2? Inbuilt? Both of them for
Well,
argument's
he
sake.
probably would.
Probably.
Yeah.
I liked the first two. They were good.
I did.
I miss that RTS style.
I only played the second one.
Yeah.
Like, sort of top-down isometric.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was good. It was good. I first played that over your house. Long time ago. Long time ago.
We were back in antiquity.
Right.
When, if we couldn't hear properly, we used to have to
Well-
screw a horn into our ear.
We were probably listening. It was so long ago. We were probably listening to mini disc compilations. Do you remember your mini disc player?
I can, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was good fun that. And then I got one and it broke in three. Well, it broke. Brown ale and mini disc players don't belong together.
It's funny because back then when I was playing games like Fallout and Fallout, there was a game called Medieval Total War.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
And it's just made us think of that. How awesome would it be to get that on a console?
Was I on about this on the podcast last week or just the one to use? Can you remember Gods on the Amiga?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the last podcast.
Me, I so need to play that game again or something like that.
Yeah, you then got the tune up on your tablet.
That's right.
And you were like, oh, and I was like, I've never played this game, so
honestly,
I didn't get the
the thing-
nostalgia
the thing is,
buzz you did.
Michael, ergonomically terrific. You would love it. You would love it. It's right up your street. Except you might not like it because it was quite hard.
Alright, aye.
So you'd have struggled. There's no like easy mode. There was no like. It didn't
Might as
hold
well
your
have the
hand.
rest of them.
It wasn't a hand holder. Kids today, man.
If you heard, this is the last thing that I've got to do. Apparently there's been a study done that claims that PC gamers are better at sex. I know. But
What a random study.
yeah. But it's not even like a proper study. It was like this fucking... I can't remember what the actual company name was, but it might as well have been BuzzFeed or something, do you know what I mean? It was something like... And they polled 24,000 gamers, right? And this is the thing, how they claim that it's better at sex is kind of a bit... Anyway,
What
because...
did they just say, are you good at sex?
No, apparently they asked them to rate their like sort of intimate satisfaction with their partners, based and they correlated like they had like excellent, very good, below par, fucking god awful, right?
Sack of titties.
Yeah, and
Cooper.
apparently PC gamers consistently rated their partners as being like fucking miles better, or their marital their intimacy just better.
Well, I'm shit at sex, but I'm mint at FPS
But
with the pad.
This is what I was thinking, because surely it's got nothing to do with like, it's about your perception of it, not whether you're actually like, for it to have any sort of like viability, it would have to be independently monitored. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not letting anyone independently monitor my sex.
Yeah, I know, but this is the thing though.
You've already done that once
Even
on
if
the
even
PlayStation.
if you like
I
we all
had I had to run when the clerk came over. What?
like we all know that you disappoint Kaylee, right?
And there,
But-
disappoint's a strong word. I'm the king of the jungle, baby.
See what I mean? Way to prove my argument. That's what PC players do.
Just for the listeners, I'll explain. The lion is the king of the jungle, right? And the lion doesn't waste time or energy in a prone position where it's vulnerable, nor does it waste valuable energy, right?
That could be spent playing on FPS.
It gets on, it does what it needs to do, and it gets off in under like 7 seconds. King of the jungle, baby. That's me.
But yeah, so basically it was just how do you think you do in the sack? And PC Elite Master Race, I think they're pretty good at it. Apparently,
Well,
But half of them don't know what the touch of a woman is.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing,
Exactly.
listen, Kaylee would maybe give me a 3 or a 4 or 10, but your lass would give me a 10.
What's interesting is something like 20% of PlayStation 4 users said that their partners were fucking shit. That was the highest demographic for shit. Like everyone else, it was
that's
like
the partners, not you though.
no way. Like you know what I mean. The question was like how do you rate your intimacy?
Yeah.
Like how well do you think how good's the sex basically? And like 3% of every other like console was like shit, and like with PlayStation 4 it was like 24% or something.
I would just say I was shit for comedy. to be
thought
honest.
that the sex was shit. So that's why I bought a PS4 because my fucking missus is shit.
And the questions for all the Nintendo Wii users were like,
This is the thing.
are you a paedophile?
This is the thing.
Yes.
Conspicuously missing from the data was like they didn't poll any Nintendo Wii people, but I
It's not
suppose
console,
if you think it's not a console, but also if you think that they spend all the time with like motion control and touchpads anyway, they've got an unfair advantage.
though. There is that like emotion in the ocean and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh.
But yeah, when I was reading that and I was like, what the fuck is this? It was the same kind of level of surrealness as when I discovered fucking that shower with your dad simulator.
Aye.
And I was like, what even is this?
That is such a fucking weird thing.
Oh, going back to Fallout 4, did you know if you have the
So I
app
couldn't
on
even do
your
that
phone,
simulator was shit because it was nothing like real life because I couldn't even pipe my dad off on my simulator. What was it?
you know if you've got the app for Fallout 4 on your phone
Yeah.
and there's somebody nearby playing Fallout 4, you can take control of their Pip-Boy.
That's really...
That's
Do you know what that is? That speaks to me on such a level because when you were younger, right, actually you might have missed the window a little bit, he's being older than me, but when I was like 14, 15, like me and my mate used to love taking these fucking, because all the Sky remotes were the same then, we used to love going out with the Sky remote and pointing it through people's windows and putting the porn channels on for them. And then the partner would come back to the room and be like, what the fuck? Like, they go and put the kettle on, they come back and suddenly they're watching like the fucking, all the gay porn stations.
That's awesome.
And to me, that's like the same, like that Pip-Boy thing is the same level of like...
There was a jukebox in a pub called the
fuckery.
Game Pop, right? There was this like electronic jukebox. It was state of the art at the time in the 90s, right? And it was just when we were starting to get like half decent mobile phones, and you were starting to get your first. They weren't like Android, but you were getting maybe your first touch screen ones.
Yeah,
And there was some that had remote control apps inbuilt for TVs. Do you remember
Yeah.
this?
yeah.
And
Infrared stuff.
we found one in the jukebox where we didn't have to put money in, and we could just do this thing, and we could bring up whatever song we wanted.
Yeah.
And we used to sit there for ages, and Jerry was always getting people out because he kept saying it was broke, and we just fucking never told him. We were just sitting putting free music on, and that's for about a year.
That's genius.
But yeah, so some kid on Reddit put a post up saying he keeps fucking with his brother's game and making his character wear a dress.
Yeah.
And his brother's going off it, going, what the fuck's
Yeah,
going
that's
on?
excellent.
And it's him on his phone
Yeah.
taking control of his Pip-Boy.
That's excellent.
That's
Like I say,
class.
it's the same level of like just fucking mischief
Yeah.
making.
Yeah, that's awesome. That, like.
So yeah, download the app and see if you
Go
can...
wild.
Yeah. Fuck with somebody's game.
That's awesome. It's a shame Kieran doesn't live upstairs still because he'd have got it. I could have sat in the bedroom and done it.
And on that note, anything else?
No, I'm pretty much spent.
See what you did there.
I'm going for a shower with my dad.
Lovely.
I've been Rain Man.